this crummy part of this crummy town. Don't bother, because I could ask you the same thing. This? Candy bar. They won't let us smoke on stage anymore. Too bad. That smoke thrown up into the lights gave the stage real atmosphere. You know what I mean? It set the whole mood. But I guess my office there sets the mood well enough. I got tossed out of my old office, which wasn't a whole lot better than this alley, except that had a roof. Beanie, who owns the Greasy Spoon next door, said I could temporarily relocate next to her kitchen door. That was a year ago. If a good case don't come up soon, I may have to start doing Beanie's greasy dishes.
Oh, shucks.
That's Selma, my secretary. She's a real peach, but life is full of pits. I'm gonna have to let her go soon, because I can't pay her. Hey, Selma. How's tricks?
Oh, Nick, I didn't see you over there.
Looks like you got an issue there, Selma.
Oh, no, Nick, it's just a little typo, but you know how I like everything perfect just for you.
If there's anything I hate, it's seeing a dame in distress.
Oh, thanks, Nick, you're a lifesaver.
Anything for you, baby. What are you typing there, if I might ask?
Oh, sure you can ask, Nick. It's a report on your latest case.
She had to remind me. I was close. Really close to finding out who bumped off Herbert Grimsicle, the steel magnet. I had my ducks in a row, and I thought for sure it was that quack doctor of his. Doc Quickshot kept feathering his nest with overpriced placebos that Grimsicle kept taking. I figured Grimsicle found out and told Quickshot the cops were going to find out real quick.
Nick, how do you spell incompetent?
What do you need that word for?
It follows. Detective Hammer shouted at Nick, you stupid, idiotic.
I got the cops over to Quickshot's office to arrest him, but that's when his nurse gave him an airtight alibi. He and the nurse were at a birthday party for Quickshot's wife at Chuck E. Cheese. That's when the real killer, Grimsicle's widow, Letitia, escaped to the Caribbean. It's INCOMPETENT, my middle name.
You can't win them all, Nick.
Sure would be nice to win one of them, Selma. One would put us on the map, and you could...
I could what?
Nothing. Nothing important. I didn't have the heart to spill the bad news to Selma right there in the rain. Hey, it ain't raining. What do you got this umbrella for, Selma?
The weatherman said it might rain.
What weatherman?
The one in the paper.
Selma, this is yesterday's news.
Well, I didn't want to get my hair mussed.
You look pretty good tonight, kiddo.
Thanks, Nick. I have a date.
Oh, yeah?
Does it surprise you?
Heck no, Selma. You're a peach. You can get any guy you wanted.
Yeah? Well, peaches get bruised real easy.
Selma sometimes talk like that. Real cryptic-like. So who's the lucky guy?
Mike from the hot dog stand.
Selma, you can do a whole lot better than that.
Really? Well, I thought I'd have Brad Pitt, and then I lowered my standards to Tim Allen, and now I'd settle for any of the Three Stooges. Anything else tonight?
I don't think so.
Well, then I'll see you tomorrow.
You know, Selma, things haven't really been too busy lately.
No, Nick. Don't say another word.
But I have been fair to you. You ain't had a paycheck in 3 weeks.
4. But no, it's gone.
As soon as I get a big case, I'll give you a call.
But Nick, we'll type over your reports and file them and make you coffee.
Selma, the coffee fund is empty.
No, it's not. I put $1 in this morning.
You're making this mighty hard, kiddo.
But Nick, you never know when you're gonna need me.
Yeah, well, I know when I don't need you.
Nick, how could you? Nick, Noir, private eye. Yes, absolutely.
Has a positive ring to it.
A Coco Purvis for you.
Noir here. Nick Noir. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, really? Gross. No, of course not. Yeah. Well, let me just check my schedule.
I don't really have a date with Mike. He's just the only man I know by first name.
Right. Be there in about 20 minutes. Selma, what do you know about the murder of some guy in a coffee shop called Precious Perks?
Oh, Nick, the cops gave up on that one.
You're kidding.
No, it's in a newspaper. Case of death by chocolate dropped into the cold case file.
Death by chocolate?
It's a Precious Perks specialty, a super chocolate mocha latte.
Someone slipped a little cyanide in the latte?
It doesn't say, just that he was drinking a death by chocolate when he died.
And who is the victim?
Someone named Vinny the Leech.
For a moment, I hesitated. How come Selma had said she had a date when she really didn't? And if she really didn't, how come she was all dolled up like a Christmas tree? And how come her eyes kept on getting all watery every time she looked at me? And oh yeah, I wasn't about to get involved with anybody named Vinny the Leech, dead or alive.
This could be the big one, Nick.
Yeah, but we could find ourselves in real danger.
But Nick, I'd follow you anywhere.
But I can't keep you tied down like this.
But, I mean, I could take shorthand and I have a BlackBerry.
Sorry, but I gotta fly solo on this one. Make sure you turn out the lights on your way out.
Nick, there aren't any lights.
I knew that.
Sorry, Miss Purvis. Sometimes I just get so happy I burst out singing. Well, Julie answers you're not. Who's she?
The customers want peace and quiet here. It's supposed to be a relaxing place.
Well, if you don't mind a bit of an observation, Miss Purvis, this place seems a bit more like a morgue. Sorry, I guess that hit a bit close to home. There's still a piece of outline tape on the board.
Shh! I'll scrape the rest off after we close.
Say there, girlie.
Yes, sir?
No, the cute one.
Who, me?
You're the only cute thing in here besides a buffalo and a nickel. Wait, they don't make buffalo nickels anymore.
Fossil. What can I get for you?
Just a cup of coffee, please.
French roast, Colombian, Japanese, Hawaiian, South African, Gold Coast, Special Arabic blend.
Just coffee.
And what flavor?
Coffee flavor.
We got Irish Mist, Irish Cream, Irish, pecan walnut, butter pecan, mocha java, java.
Just coffee.
And what size?
A cup of coffee.
We got giant size, King Kong size, T-Rex size, and down to Titanic size.
A small.
A giant is our small. Now, would you like that with cream, with sugar, maybe a sprinkle of cinnamon?
"20 minutes later, I stepped into Precious Perks coffee shop. That's with an extra P and an extra E. Business wasn't hopping, but it looks like I was just in time to prevent another murder.
Black! Plain black coffee!
Why didn't you say so?
Looked like kind of a nice place. Kind of homey if your home's a farmhouse in the middle of Nebraska, summer's about 1948. I glanced around. Nothing much out of the ordinary. Excuse me.
Be right with you. There you go. One giant cup of regular.
Girlie, that's enough coffee to fill Lake Superior.
Enjoy.
I'm I'm gonna turn into the Bellagio fountain, I just know it.
What can I get for you?
It's Noir. Nick Noir.
How about a triple fudge caramel latte?
I said I'm Noir. Nick Noir.
Single frappe caramel surprise?
Nick Noir.
I'm sorry, we don't serve anything like a Nick Noir.
That's my name. You called me.
Gosh, I sure don't think I called you, but I wish I did.
Right then, I got the feeling that this case would have some pretty odd angles to it. You're Coco Purvis, aren't you?
Me, Coco? Gosh, no. My name is Bobbie Sue Cash, and this star was just a stepping stone.
To what?
I want to be a country singer. I want to beat up old car. I want to wail and moan a bit. I want to be a Nashville star.
Oh dear, is someone choking? Are you alright, sir?
Sorry, Miss Purvis, I was just singing a bit.
Coco?
That's Coco.
I hadn't seen anybody like Coco since last Christmas when I watched It's a Wonderful Life.
Bobbie Sue, you know how my sister feels about your singing.
One day she's gonna regret it, because I'm gonna be a big star, and I'll remember all the little people who were good to me, but not her.
You know she's just a bit on edge. You should go back and help her grind some more coffee.
Oh, this man's here to see you.
Oh, why, what would you like, sir? A double mocha caramel latte?
How about a death by chocolate?
We were thinking of removing that item from our menu.
But that's what I want.
Coming right
Just nix the poison this time.
Oh my goodness!
So you're Coco Purvis.
Why yes, but who are you?
Rest your bones. I'm Noir. Nick Noir.
Oh, why you're right on time.
What can I do for you, Coco? I can call you Coco, can't I?
Yes, of course, Mr. Noir.
I figure your call had something to do with the murder.
Well, the police don't think it was murder.
Yeah, well, I can smell murder from a mile away.
Apparently, so can all of our customers.
Tain't your business, huh?
It's awful. Unless we can clear this up, precious perks going down the garbage disposal.
I'd hate to see something like that happen to a sweet old thing like you.
Oh, you are a dear. Do you think you can find out what really happened?
What really happened is my middle name.
You must have had some very unusual parents.
up. There you go, one death by chocolate.
So, this is what Vinny the Leech was drinking when he croaked, huh? Funny. I can smell the cocoa, cinnamon, caramel, and more cocoa. Funny. The one thing I couldn't smell was coffee. Though something inside me warned me not to do it, I took a sip. That's a killer drink.
That's why we're cracking it.
No. I mean, it's the best thing I've tasted since my first kiss.
Oh, well, aren't you sweet?
Look, lady, this is sweet. I'm not. I'm tough. I've been shot 4 times, nearly strangled twice, beaten by a 2x4, a baseball bat, and a tire iron. At the same time. Danger doesn't scare me. I welcome it. I embrace it. I don't have a scaredy cat bone in my body.
Excuse me.
Gesundheit. I think he could use a tissue more than that thing.
You know what, lady? I don't tell you how to make a coffee. You don't tell me how to catch a killer.
Do you really think he was murdered?
Tell me about it. Everything you remember.
Well, that lady sat there. The man reading the paper sat there. The old man who sneezed wasn't here, and Bobbie Sue was behind the counter.
Just like now.
Yes, except I was at the table filling the cream and sugar bowls.
That right, everybody?
You got it good looking.
Look, doll, I'd like to keep this professional.
And what profession are you in?
I'm a private eye.
A what?
I'm a private eye.
I'm sorry, I still can't hear you.
He's a private eye.
Got any other great questions?
Bobbie Sue, he's gonna help us clear the mess about the Mr. Leachman.
I understand you made him the fatal drink.
I sure did, just like I made yours.
You mean
I mean, what?
you left out the poison this time, right?
No, yes. I mean, I didn't put any poison in Mr. Leach's death by chocolate. I didn't even know the guy.
It was the biggest case of guilt I'd ever seen.
You'd have to forgive poor Bobbie Sue. The police, they questioned her hour after hour.
Grilled her like a salmon steak, huh?
And I'm sure she didn't even know the guy. I'm sure of it.
Who is Bobbie Sue Cash anyways?
Just the sweetest thing you'd ever want to meet.
Maybe someone ought to name her Candy.
Oh no, Bobbie Sue fits her perfectly. You see, she wants to be a country singer, but
But what?
she's not really very good.
If that little appetizer she served up a few minutes ago is any indication of her singing talent, she'll make a great plumber.
She came in needing a job, and that was before.
You can still see the crime scene tape.
It's awful. Once the police cleaned up and said we can open up again, we thought it would be just fine, but it wasn't.
Murder makes people lose their appetites, Miss Purvis.
But was it murder? The police never found anything.
Yeah, well, they can be pretty tight-lipped about all that.
Can you call Lieutenant Hammer and find out for us?
I didn't have the hearts to tell her that Hammer hated my guts. He was old school, and cops cooperate with nobody. One time, an interested party hired a psychic to help out with an investigation. He tried to throw the psychic in jail over trumped-up traffic charges. Didn't work out for him because the psychic saw what Hammer was about to do in her crystal ball. She later fingered the murderer, and Hammer was left with egg on his face, which is pretty much how he looked all the time. But I couldn't tell Coco the truth, so I just said, yeah, he'll let me look through the file.
It's just such a terrible thing, you know?
What is?
I always have a feeling that people walk past and they're like, there she is, the coffee shop, Lizzie Borden.
I think you might be imagining things.
No, I can feel their eyes on me. They're always staring.
Look, Miss Purvis, how long had you known Vinny the Leech for?
Heavens, Mr. Noir, I never knew him at all.
Not before the day he dropped dead right here?
Cross my heart, never.
Can't argue with those apples.
He was a customer, just like everybody else.
Not just like everybody else. He was a victim. Say, just to cover all bases, could he have been allergic to anything death by chocolate?
I don't think so.
What's in the drink anyways?
Well, milk, coffee, cream, sugar, vanilla, and natural peppermint oil.
That's a mouthful. Did they test for allergies in any of those things?
I don't know, Mr. Noir, I just don't know.
There's nothing that gets me more than a sweet old thing crying like that. I knew I had to help out Coco Purvis, even if I didn't smell a lot of cash in it for me. All right, Coco. I'll find out what happened and clear your name. There's what I charge.
Oh, that's fine. Here's what I can pay.
She chopped my fee in half and then some. But half of my fee was better than none of my fee, so I told her, you drive a hard bargain.
Where do we begin, partner?
For an old gal, she had one heck of a handshake. We'll start by talking to your sister.
Coco, what are you doing? Bobbie Sue said there was a man here.
Bonbon, meet Mr. Noir. He's going to clear the mess up for us.
What man?
He's going to find out what happened to Vinny the Leech. Mr. Leech.
That's best forgotten, Coco. We've talked about this.
Yeah, you talked.
And you didn't listen.
Well, I'm sorry, but...
Coco, I am your older sister.
Like 4 minutes.
Hold it. You two are twins?
Not fraternal. We're gonna like it anyway.
Well, that wasn't our fault. You see, when Bonbon and I were born...
Go wash the dishes, Coco.
But I want to help Mr. Noir.
The dishes. And as for you, Mr. Noir, here's $5 for your time.
$5? 5 stinking bucks? What'd the old bat think I was? A loser? A lowlife? Bum looking for a handout?
That terminates our agreement.
Sorry, lady, but we didn't have no agreement. I was hired by your sister.
My sister doesn't hire anyone. Half the time, she doesn't even know what she's doing.
I think she knew exactly what she was doing when she hired me.
Excuse me, but I have a paying customer. Can I help you, madam?
Watch who you're calling madam.
So, what was Selma doing here in Precious Perk's coffee shop, I asked myself? But danged if I could come up with an answer.
What would you like?
Give me one of them death by chocolate drinks.
Bobbie Sue! Bobbie Sue! This lady would like the specialty of the house.
Popular drink today.
I heard it's to die for.
I mean, really.
You got money, sister?
Of course I do. I just got paid today, and I think my shift's about to come in.
Let's see some cash.
That enough?
Go light on cream and sugar.
You aren't exactly cut from the same cloth as your sister.
If it's any of your business, she was raised in Buttercup, Arkansas.
Is that where you were born?
Hell frozen over in Montana. And out there, we don't mince words.
They probably freeze faster than you can spit them out.
I don't want you here.
You need my help.
We're doing just fine. The police have already given up, Mr. Noir.
The police may not know everything.
And what they don't know can't hurt them.
There you go. That'll be $5.95.
Here you go, and keep the change.
Lady, this here's only a $5 bill. You owe me another 95 cents.
Get technical, and keep the change.
Enjoy.
Pardon, mademoiselle. Avez-vous un parapluie?
Are you talking to moi?
You sprechen the English?
Oh, si.
You are très belle.
Actually, my name is Selma.
Oh, Selma, my heart leaps as the sound.
Well, aren't you a fast mover?
Look, Frenchie, you want another cup of coffee?
I only want to feast my eyes on this beauty.
It was the first time that guy said a word, and I didn't like what I was seeing or what I was hearing. He was planning a smacker on Selma, and I could tell she wasn't enjoying it.
Oh, Monsieur, kiss me again!
Well, she shouldn't have been enjoying it. You! What are you trying to do?
Excuse me, mademoiselle, I'm speaking with the lady.
That ain't no lady, that's my secretary.
Oh, Nick!
You two know each other?
Know each other. We're like matching bookends.
Salt and pepper shakers.
Bedroom slippers.
Mickey Mouse and Minnie.
I'm not gonna go that far.
The courts for now, because the ladies not seem to be so taken with you, Monsieur.
Fine and dandy, but I didn't want his paws messing up Selma's getup.
Bonsoir, mademoiselle. Is this seat taken?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Godot.
I'll move when he comes in.
What are you doing here, Selma?
I figured you might need some help.
You figured wrong, Toots.
I don't care that you can't pay me. I don't care anything about the money, okay?
Then how come you're dripping with diamonds?
Oh, this is a costume. I got it from Charlene. I thought I might need a disguise.
Look, this could be dangerous, and the last thing I'd want...
I got the goods on Vinny the Leech.
How'd you do that?
I told you, I have a Blackberry.
Oh, yeah?
He was one shady character, Nick.
How so?
He had a rap sheet long enough to tie a bow around the Empire State Building.
Rap sheet, huh? What kind of rap's on the sheet, doll?
Oh, Nick, I love it when you're politically incorrect.
Don't make me ask you again. What's on his record?
Assault with a deadly weapon, grand theft auto, attempted murder, attempted robbery, attempted attempts, spitting on a sidewalk, dog at large, and blackmail.
Blackmail, huh?
And attempted blackmail.
I knew right then we had the motive for Vinny the Leech's decease. He must have been blackmailing somebody who was breathing right down my neck. It wouldn't have been Selma, would it? She's a peach, but like she said, peaches can get bruised. What about the old codger? Any secrets hidden underneath that beard? And how come he's wearing cross trainers? You'd think by his age, he'd already be trained. I guess it all depends. What about our country songbird? She's older than she looks. I could almost feel her slap me for that crack, but maybe all that pining was just for Vinny's pine box. What about this mysterious character? He's a foreigner, and who can trust them? At least, I think he was foreign, because he talks foreign. Come to think of it, he could be yanking my chain big time. How come he was hitting on the two gals who walked in just now, but never even said boo to the lady in the black there? Do they know each other? Are they in cahoots? What about this ragamuffin? Looks like she just climbed out of the dumpster. But what's with the notebook? And this one's the cagiest of them all. How come she was wearing a getup that made her look like she was at a beekeeper's funeral? There's only one reason somebody would be wearing something like that. They're hiding something. Could her secret be what Vinny the Leech found out? And I sure couldn't forget the twins in the room. Back room over there. They're as different as night and day. Salt and pepper, good and evil. Huh. A good twin and an evil twin. Where have I heard that before?
So how about it, Nick? Did I do a good job?
You did swell, Selma, just swell.
And I have more on Vinny. He was born in Hellfroze over Montana.
Somebody just said something about that town.
And then he spent some time kicking around France.
Figures.
And then he had an affair with a Russian princess.
I didn't know there were any Russian princesses left.
And then he lived in Buttercup, Arkansas, until he was fired from a nursing home for stealing silverware.
You know something, Selma?
Oh, what, Nick?
I think we got a few too many coincidences here.
Oh, you American women. So.
Look, Frenchie, you wouldn't know a Great Dane if one bit you.
Oh, I knows a Great Dane. She is a big dog. This tall. And she bit me right there.
Selma, we gotta find out who these people are.
You could just ask them, Nick.
Heck no. We gotta do it so they don't know why we're doing it.
Fine. Then let me think about it. I know. All right, Danny Kramer, I found you at last.
You talking to me, good looking?
Yeah, cut the sweet talk. I know you're the guy who rear-ended me the other day.
I'm sorry, but my name's not Danny.
We can both deny it, Danny, but we both know it's you.
My name is Hickenbottom. Henry Higgins Hickenbottom.
And I'm the Queen of Sheba. So I finally found you, Danny Kramer.
Pardon?
Yeah, don't try and hide it. I know you're the guy who rear-ended me the other day.
No. I do not even own the car.
Then what is your name, Danny?
Je m'appelle Francois. Francois LePew.
And I'm Betsy Ross. So I finally found you, Danny Kramer.
What are you talking about?
You're the gal who keyed my car the other night. It's all on videotape, Danny.
I'm not Danny Kramer.
You expect me to believe that because of this getup? It's the higher nasally pitch and the trembling in your hands and all that.
I'm not Danny Kramer.
And I'm calling the cops.
Wait, get your hands off me, Nightshade.
I'm Yolanda Lamb.
You expect me to believe that?
Yeah, my name's Yolanda Lamb, and my father was Larry Lamb, and my mother was Lucinda Lamb.
I bet their fleeces were as white as snow.
You're an insulting creature. I could kill you for that.
You wouldn't do that in front of all these witnesses.
There are ways, and there are ways. Like it or not, my name is Yolanda Lamb.
And I'm Carmen Miranda. So I finally found you, Danny Kramer.
You've made a mistake. My name isn't Danny.
You expect me to believe that? You didn't say that when you ran me into a garbage truck the other night.
You must have terrible nightmares.
Yeah, it took me 6 hours to get the spaghetti someone threw out of my hair.
Really, my dear, you must be mistaking me for someone else. My name is Georgia.
You know, I've been to Georgia once. It was a lovely place. That's why no one would name you Georgia.
Has anyone told you you have no manners, young lady?
Yeah, the night guard at State Penn, and you would know all about that, wouldn't you, Danny?
Oh, really?
Don't go for your Uzi, Danny.
I don't usually carry a bottle of Uzi in my purse, my dear.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You wouldn't pull a trigger.
No, but I might use a little pepper spray.
Watch out, Selma. That thing's loaded.
Yeah, nice bluff, Danny Kramer.
Try Georgia. Georgia, Gore.
Georgia Gore? Oh my goodness!
Hey, what's going on?
You're not Danny Kramer, are you?
No, I'm Juniper.
Like the berry?
Yeah, Juniper Berry.
It's nice to meet you.
You too.
Get lost, floozy.
You got a mean right, lady.
Unhand you, you ruffian.
The old gal sounded like she just stepped out of Oliver Twist. What do you do for an encore?
You peasant!
I can take anybody calling me just about anything. When someone calls me peasant, my blood begins to boil. But just then, my attention was drawn to the newcomer, Miss Juniper Berry. I knew she was a miss, because she didn't have no ring on her pinky. Get a load of that. She just dropped her garbage on the old dude's table.
She's right over there. I'll handle this.
Would it be too much trouble to get a cup of coffee around here?
Why, sure, hon. French roast, Colombian, Japanese, Hawaiian, South African Gold Coast, Special Arabic blend. Irish Miss, Irish Cream, Irish Pecan, Walnut, Butter Pecan, Mocha Java, Giant size, King Kong size, T-Rex size, or now Titanic size.
You know, on a second thought, I'll have a death by chocolate. Poppy Sue, I hope I should erase that. Why? It sounds to die for.
That's just the point. Back again, Miss Gore?
Well, yes, Miss Purvis.
I gathered from your restaurant review you absolutely couldn't stand this place. As I recall, our coffee was like river bottom sludge, our pastries were light as bricks, and our decor was trailer park chic.
You've taken everything out of context?
That context was your restaurant review, Miss Gore.
Well, I'm sorry you don't remember the positive points of my review.
Yes, of course! You said our water is fresh and clean, our sugar was sweet, and our cream was, how did you say it? Critter-free.
And I raved about your death by chocolate.
Yes, and it was that very night of which Mr. Leach died while drinking one.
Well, I didn't have anything to do with that.
No?
Surely you don't think that I did.
Why not? You're obviously a pretty shifty chick.
I may be pretty, I may be shifty, but I, sir, am no chick. I am a professional journalist.
So with 15,000 restaurants in town, how come you come back here?
I told you to get out of here, Mr. Noir.
Sorry, but you didn't hire me.
I did that, Bonbon. You know you don't make decisions like that without my approval, Coco.
I thought you two owned this place 50-50.
Oh, we do.
Then I work for your 50%, Miss Purvis.
There, you see?
Well, you're standing in my 50%.
I knew this lady had some issues, but this lady had some issues. Where's your 50%?
Well, Mr. Noir, I don't exactly know. Bonbon, where is my 50%?
Out back, by the dumpster.
That ain't 50-50 and you know it. Now, Miss Gore, answer my question.
I don't even remember what it was.
It was...
How come you back here after you left the lousy review in the paper?
Thanks, old-timer.
Don't mention it.
I don't care why she's back. Between her and that poor man falling over dead on the floor, Precious Perks is in a very precarious position, and I bid you to butt out, Mr. Noir.
Please, Bonbon, he's only gonna help. He's gonna clear names. Right, Mr. Noir?
You got it, sister.
All right, I came back because I decided in hindsight that sometimes I've been too harsh. Maybe I was too critical.
But you're a critic, my dear.
Maybe the second review will undo the damage done by the first.
I don't believe you for a second.
Why else would I be here?
Because you were here the night Leach died. You all were.
Here you go, hon. One death by chocolate.
Yummy.
I'd like one of those too, my dear.
Coming right up. And how about a tune to go with it? I'm just a country girl at heart.
No!
I take no responsibility for what happens to you, Miss Gore.
That sounded like a threat.
Is that a threat?
Fact, ma'am. Plain, old fact.
Getting anywhere?
Baby steps, Miss Purvis, baby steps.
My goodness, I hope you grow up fast.
You really a detective feller?
Nick Norm, private eye.
Well, tell me, Mr. Private Eye, don't you think that guy could have just died from natural causes?
You think that's what happened?
The police didn't find anything else.
What would you know about that?
Just read it in the paper. And my police scanner.
You got a police scanner?
Don't everybody?
The old coot had made a good point. I was operating only on a hunch, and that can mean a bumpy ride. But just then, I got a break in the case when my phone rang. I said my phone rang. Ring, ring, ring.
Message for Nick Noir.
Wow, she looks familiar.
She's a regular on this route. I couldn't imagine what was in the envelope, unless it was the answer to my prayers. Please let this be the winning Powerball ticket. Oh, please, please, please. Shafted again. But it wasn't a total loss. The envelope contained...
Francois, may I have the word?
What word is that, Frenchie?
It's Francois. And the word is some of these people are not who they claim to be.
You know that for a fact?
Oui.
So that lady there,
She may not be here just to write the review.
what about her?
She may not just be a grieving widow.
What would you know about that?
Trust me. I know.
What about him?
He is not as old as he looks.
What about the singer?
You call that singing? You should have been to Nashville.
Are you sure of that? I mean that.
They would have run her out on a rail. So where is he rail?
What about you, Frenchie? What do I need to know about you?
What did you like to know?
I was tired of playing games, so I figured I might strike up an acquaintance with the newest member of the Coffee Clutch, Miss Juniper Berry. Juniper, nice name.
Who would think so?
Nick Noir, private eye.
What does that mean exactly? Private eye?
I work for a client, see, so I'm private. And I keep my eye open so I can see things.
What do you see now?
An empty chair,
You want to sit down?
if you don't mind.
Why should I?
Maybe you like to be alone.
They say coffee shops are the new social centers. It used to be saloons, dance halls, and churches. Now it's a coffee shop.
You're pretty smart, Juniper.
I know how to read, don't you?
Why not?
Anybody ever tell you it's hard to carry on a conversation with you?
Just about every girl I take out.
Take a lot of girls out?
Not really.
I can see why. So, are you investigating this place?
Yeah, a month ago a guy dropped dead right there.
That's kind of grim, but we all gotta go sometime.
Yeah, but this guy was a real lowlife, a real bad egg.
What would you know about bad eggs, cop?
Hey lady, I ain't no cop.
Just as bad.
You got a thing for Vinny? That why you got the veil on, you the grieving widow?
If I was.
Maybe you have a good reason for seeing him dead.
Maybe I have a good reason for seeing you dead.
That opens up some unpleasant possibilities. Tell me what you know about Vinny the Leech.
Vinny was the sweetest, most considerate leech I've ever known.
You've known a few leeches in your time.
Brother, the stories I could tell.
How come they always choose you?
Probably because I'm such a sucker.
You're the only person who can change that, lady. No one can take advantage of you if you just learn how to say no.
Easier said than done.
Oh yeah? So if Vinny was such a sweet, considerate guy, how come someone did him in?
Nobody did him in. He died of very natural causes.
Afraid not.
What do you mean, Mr. Noir?
I mean, Vinny the Leech was murdered right here.
We're all sitting here just like this.
Nobody fires you shot.
There wasn't a wound on his body.
Just a quick gasp and it was all over.
A quick gasp, huh? That courier dropped by the coroner's final report.
What? What killed my Vinny?
Well, there's a lot of legal spiegel, but it says here. A very strong poison. One drop is enough to kill an elephant.
Ah! Can I score? Can I score?
What's wrong with her?
She's all blue and funny.
The poison will turn the skin blue and the tongue orange.
Her tongue's orange.
Detective, you better do something.
The poison is diatrylsarin.
Is she gonna be alright? Mr. Noir, is she gonna be alright?
Who?
But not George Gore. She's on the floor, all blue and funny.
All right, all of you, nobody moves. One of you is a murderer.
If she hadn't what?
Brought him here.
You think he bumped her off? Maybe it's just a horrible coincidence and Miss Gore had a heart attack or something.
She didn't have no heart attack. She was poisoned, not by yours truly. Now shut up, I'm talking to the cops. Right. Right. Oh really? You don't say. What's the score then? Nah, well, I got money on them, so that's a good deal for me. Right. Right. Won't touch a thing.
Well?
Well, what?
Can we go?
Not on your flip-flop, girlie.
Why not?
There's been a murder.
Couldn't it be a mistake?
The victim's blue. The lips are green. The tongue's orange. She's a regular color wheel.
Stop. We've seen the poor woman.
Somehow I feel like most of you don't feel much for the victim at all. Somehow I feel like more than one of you would have wanted her out of the way.
That is ridiculous.
Never saw her before in my life.
And he's had a long, long life. We knew her, but after what she said about rethinking her review in the paper, well, we wouldn't have killed her.
Coco's right. We'd benefit more by having her say something good about Precious Perks for a change.
What about Miss Nashville? You got any bright excuses?
Bobbie Sue!
Where is she?
I'll go look for her.
I knew it. She did it.
You're in smack dab at the back door.
What a little conniver!
Did anyone see her leave?
I did.
You didn't think to say nothing?
She was gonna throw up, and I wasn't gonna stop her.
Anything?
She's not back there.
I knew right then the little canary had made herself suspect number one. But somehow I couldn't shake the feeling that nobody else in the room was in the clear. They had all looked like cats that had just swallowed canaries, if you know what I mean.
Well, she doesn't have much of a head start. The cops will get her.
And since she's obviously the killer young man, we can all amble on home.
Is that the so? Au revoir.
Nothing doing, Frenchie.
Get your hands off me.
You ain't going no place.
But if Bobbie Sue is guilty...
Nobody said Bobbie Sue's guilty.
The police will think otherwise.
Every cop in town is at the playoffs right now. There's 1 quarter left, and they ain't gonna cut out till the game's over. So they ain't gonna be here for at least an hour.
You can't keep us here that long.
I knew I'd have to play tough with this crowd.
Merci. If it weren't for you, Mushry, this fool would have landed me on the floor.
Glad I could help.
What are you doing?
Is that thing loaded?
Yeah, and with bullets. Now get over there, all of you.
You can't do this. You don't have the authority.
Wrong, lady. Lieutenant Hammers told them to keep you all here and make sure nobody disturbs the Corpus Delicious.
If you say so. But meanwhile, the waitress runs off scot-free.
They'll get her. The cops always get their man.
But she was definitely the woman.
Oh, yes. This is the place. The spirits of the dead have sent me here.
Sorry, ma'am, but we're closed.
Then I will lock the door.
Look, lady, we got enough nuts in the candy dish right now, and we don't need any more of them, so if you don't mind.
Hey, Nick.
Selma, is that you?
Who'd you think it was?
Look, I told you, I can handle this.
Oh, I know. You said you can handle this, but...
I knew right then I was in over my head. They'd all gone out the back way, and when Lieutenant Hammer got back, I'd be an even bigger laughingstock than I was before. See what you did, Selma?
Well, I did. Yeah, thanks, Nick. You sure know how to hurt a girl's feelings.
Well, if you hadn't barged in,
Barged in?
it made me turn
I
around.
didn't make you do anything.
Well, now what am I gonna do?
Question them, each and every one.
They're gone.
We're trapped.
You cannot get out the door.
It's locked from the outside.
I'm calling the cops.
They're already on their way.
I suppose we're just gonna have to sit down and wait.
Who is she anyway?
I am Madame Rusticot.
You named after spray paint or something?
No. I am a psychic. I feel things. I know things.
What type of things do you know?
We shall see.
Can't get out the back way, huh?
Bobbie Sue must have locked it on her way out.
Good. I want you all the way back there. I'm gonna question each and every one of you in here.
You can't order us about like this.
No, but my pal here can, and my pal's loaded.
I think you are too.
Go on and get it. All except for you, Miss Purvis. I'll start with you. Sit down, Miss Purvis. Take a load off.
Your bedside manner is appalling.
Look, lady, I ain't no doctor and you ain't no patient. You're a suspect, got it?
I didn't do anything to Mr. Leach or Miss Gore.
Did you know Mr. Leach before the fatal night?
No.
But I recall you're from Hell Frozen over Montana.
So?
Leach had some dealings in Hell Frozen over Montana.
That doesn't mean I knew him. Besides, maybe there's another Hell Frozen over in Montana.
And maybe I'm Joan of Arc.
What's your point?
Nueve sister.
That's no news.
A twin sister?
So?
Separated at birth?
Our parents got divorced when we were born.
Oh, yeah?
My father was a circus performer and our mother was a skydiving instructor. I couldn't set eye on anything.
So what happened to you two girls?
My father took Coco and raised her, and my mother took me and raised me.
But you got to see each other once in a while, right?
We hadn't seen each other until 5 years ago.
I left her. I left her from Coco.
How do you know that?
I left her from Coco.
So Coco contacted you?
Yes. Just as I was opening Precious Perks. She had some cash and we became partners. We've been at it ever since.
What happened to your folks?
I see a large, gray foot.
An elephant stepped on her father. It was a part of the circus act, but Gertrude got a bit too excited one day, and a week later our mother's parachute field opened, and, well...
They have reconciled in the world beyond.
Any more questions, Mr. Noir?
Any idea how dietryl sarin could get into a death by chocolate?
None whatsoever. You've seen us make our drinks. We prepare them in full view of everyone.
Cannon?
Cannon? What's up with cannon, Madame Ristolian?
Cannon.
The word cannon mean anything to you?
No, nothing. No, absolutely nothing. If there's nothing else...
Tell the old geezer I want to talk to him. Alright, Selma. She got real nervous when you mentioned cannon.
She oughta.
What's going on here, Selma? What do you know that I don't? Just then, the weird old guy walked in, stroking his beard. I wondered about him from the start. I figured Selma had some real psycho abilities I hadn't given her credit for. Maybe she could figure out what was going on behind that smooth, unwrinkled face. Sit down, Mr.
Hickenbottom? How would you know my name?
She knows everything. She's psycho.
I am a psychic.
Henry Higgins Hickenbottom.
Say, I've heard that name before.
Look, lady, I don't know what you're trying to pull, but...
Caffeine Castle?
Caffeine Castle. That mega chain of coffee shops that spread out from Seattle like a disease. A caffeine castle on every corner.
That's the slogan.
What did you do, work for him?
Not exactly.
Look, Henry, I'm not waiting back there with all those creeps.
So, Henry Higgins Hickenbottom and Juniper Berry were a couple. I almost had that figured.
I don't mind if you don't mind, Junie.
Junie?
Look, you're gonna find out about this anyways, but we're engaged.
You? And this old guy? What do you see in him?
His money.
23.
Yeah, she looks about 23.
Not me, Mr. Noir. Henry. I'm 25.
You're good, Madam Whatever. I thought I had everyone here buffaloed.
Madame Rustico knows all.
So I guess you know why we're here then?
How about it, Madame Rustico? How come they're here?
You wanted a good cup of coffee?
Caffeine Castle has the best coffee.
Colombian roast, special blend.
You've never been to Russia.
Don't want to.
So, you came here to kill Vinny the Leech and Georgia Gore.
Why would I do that? I didn't know Vinny Bleach from Adam, and nobody cares how many people criticize Caffeine Castle. They do it with a cup of my coffee in their hands.
We came here to scout out the location and competition.
We buy up local places like these by the dozens, and this place has a recipe I want.
Let me guess.
Death by chocolate?
Can you blame me? It's a killer.
But there was still one question burning in my mind. I wasn't going to let him out of my sight until I got a straight answer. Henry Higgins Hickenbottom. Where have I heard that name before?
My folks loved my Fair Lady.
Oh yeah? Does the rain really fall mainly in the plain?
What does that have to do with anything?
What about you, Juniper Berry? What did your parents like?
Gin.
I love gin.
Any more questions?
Cannon.
What is she talking about?
The word cannon mean anything to you? Okay, go ahead and send in that lady with the veil.
Is that it?
Yeah, for now. Well, can't be him or her. He must have more money than the entire gross national product of Lithuania.
Italy.
Russia.
So what do you think, Selma?
I don't think we're getting anywhere, Nick.
Yeah, we are. We're peeling some disguises off the suspects. Maybe we'll see some open wounds underneath.
Oh, Nick, I love it when you talk like that.
Oh, right over here, Cookie.
Don't call me Cookie.
So what's she hiding, Rustico?
I'm not hiding anything.
Just your ring?
A ring? Let's see this ring.
It's just a little bauble.
Show us the ring, Miss Lamb.
Here comes the bride, all dressed in white.
I hate it when chicks cry. I never know what to do. I mean, do you pat their head, hold their hand, cry with them? I knew I had to do something to help her out. Need a napkin, Cookie?
Thanks. Don't call me Cookie.
So, who's the lucky guy?
He wasn't so lucky. His name was Vinny Leach.
So this was Vinny the Leech's main squeeze.
I was his main squeeze. Until he got squeezed out of the picture by one of the people here who murdered him.
Whoa, so you're looking for revenge?
No, justice. Cops didn't care about my Vinny. Nobody cared about my Vinny.
That's where you're wrong. I care about Vinny, and I'm gonna clear this mess up. I didn't know how, but I knew I had to do something to help out the grieving Cookie. Hey, you're not supposed to hear that. So tell me, Miss Lamb, you must have figured Georgia Gore did Vinny in, and you bumped her off to get your revenge, right?
Wrong. Georgia Gore didn't kill my Vinny. She was nowhere near his death by chocolate that night. She was working on a computer the whole night until
Until what?
Until Vinny said goodbye, Cookie.
How come he could call you Cookie and I can't?
Because Vinny was the love of my life. And he was my next step in life.
Well, that's just so touching.
Oh yeah? So if Georgia didn't do it, who could have?
Any of them. Each and every one of them walked by his table that night. And if I have to, I'll kill each and every one of them.
That's not kosher, lady.
And I'll kill you if you stand in my way.
Cannon?
Sure. I'll use a cannon if I have to.
This ain't making any sense, Selma.
Well, it has to. They're both dead and they didn't poison themselves.
But what's with the cannon thing?
Oh dear, Mr. Noir, the customers back there are getting very restless and angry.
Let him.
But our poor business, none of them will come back.
Look, Miss Purvis, I'm really doing the best I can, but it ain't like everybody's cooperating.
I'll cooperate. Ask me anything you want.
Buttercup?
Oh, are you from Buttercup, Arkansas too?
Does that look like I'm from Buttercup, Arkansas?
Was that where you were born?
Oh no, I was born in Helprose over Montana. But after Bonbon and I were born...
Your parents got divorced and you were sent to live with your mother.
Father.
That's what I said. In Buttercup, Arkansas, where he was a pearl diver.
Pearl diver?
Circus performer.
Yes. Until an elephant stepped on him. His circus ring is all I have left of him.
So your mother was the pearl diver.
Skydiver.
That's right, that's what I said. And her parachute didn't open.
Poor Mummy.
So you didn't get back in touch with Bonbon until 5 years ago?
That's right.
Cannon.
What was that, my dear?
Cannon.
You got a cannon stored in the back room somewhere?
Why heavens, Mr. Nora, whoever heard of such a thing? I don't know anything about cannons and I don't want to.
But you know something about death by chocolate.
Our secret, our specialty. It's our biggest seller.
Look, Miss Purvis, any sign of Bobbie Sue Cash?
I'm afraid not. She completely disappeared.
All right, go ahead and send in Frenchie. I guess I can't push that off any longer.
Any idea who killed the both of them?
Not an inkling. All right, Selma. Coco Purvis got real nervous when you mentioned Cannon. So did her sister. How come?
J.J. Cannon was a very, very wealthy man, and I read in the newspaper that he died recently when he fell down a flight of stairs at an art museum.
So he was clumsy.
I don't know, Nick. After what's happened here, he might have been pushed.
By Vinny the Leech. You're amazing, Selma. Absolutely amazing.
Oh, Nick, I love it when you talk like that.
Hold it, Frenchie. What was that all about?
Nick, did you see?
All I saw was a Walmart gift card in a plastic holder.
Nick, what's this identification?
For what?
Why, for the Interpol, you idiot.
You're a cop? Shh.
I am undercover. I do not want to attract the attention to myself.
Oh yeah, you blend right in. So you must be looking for whoever killed Vinny the Leech too, right?
No,
What are you doing here?
I am looking for an imposter.
You came to the right place.
Who is this imposter impersonating?
Why, none other than Juan Valdez.
I didn't know if my ears were hearing me right. Juan Valdez? The guy with the white hat and burro and mustache?
He was making his personal appearances at grocery stores all over the world.
So, who's the imposter? Georgia Gore?
It was she. How much money could she make writing critiques of coffee shops?
Could this case get any weirder? Georgia Gore, restaurant critic for the Gazette, impersonating Juan Valdez, the coffee dude? I couldn't believe it. I don't believe it.
The burro is outside.
So you killed her?
No, you idiot. Why would I kill her?
Get your hands up, Frenchie.
Nick, listen to reason.
Get him up, Frenchie, or I'll shoot.
This man should not have a gun in his hands.
It ain't hard to see Vinny the Leech was blackmailing Georgia Gore, because he knew she was impersonating Juan Valdez. She killed him, then once you found out, you killed her.
We heard a shot.
What happened?
Nothing. Just caught the killer.
The French guy?
This man is crazy.
We'll see who's crazy. Madame Rustico, get some rope so we can tie this joker up.
Yes.
Bring it over here.
Oh, good. You're still open.
Run, go and get help. You won't shoot at a lady.
My goodness, have I wandered into a crime scene?
Hey, I'll be the one asking questions here, lady. We'll start with who are you?
Why, I'm Cordelia Bennett.
That's supposed to mean something?
I was J.J. Cannon's housekeeper.
This whole thing was turning into a real smelly kettle of fish. Not only was each and every suspect trying to pull the wool over my eyes, but now we got a dame hanging onto a walker telling me she's someone's housekeeper, like it's supposed to mean something. Look, lady, maybe you ought to take your knitting someplace else. We're in a situation here, and I don't think you want to be part of it.
Oh, I don't knit.
Then go find a bingo parlor.
I don't play bingo either, Sonny.
I hate it when anyone calls me Sonny. My Aunt Bertha used to do that, and her breath smelled like a gorilla.
This is Precious Purse.
The one and only. Perhaps you'd like a cup of java?
Oh no, my doctor made me give up coffee years ago. But I'd take a shot of brandy if you have any.
Sorry, ma'am. We're closed. There's been a murder here.
A murder? My goodness. Well, where are the police?
At the playoffs, where I'd like to be.
Why, I did come on some very important business.
What business, dollface?
Oh, why aren't you just the cat's meow?
Aunt Bertha used to do that.
Oh my goodness.
Cordelia! Is that you?
Yes, Mr. Cannon.
I'm on the other side, Cordelia! I've made it to the other side!
Oh, why, I hope you're happy.
I am! There's no income tax on
like she is somebody else.
It's a trick. It's a stupid trick.
But I knew Selma couldn't be pulling a trick this good.
Have you found my niece, Miss Cordelia?
I think I have, Mr. Cannon.
What nieces?
I left them all my money.
What money?
Oh, Mr. Cannon was very, very rich.
Yeah, you forgot a very, Cordelia. I was very, very rich.
Cannon Coffee Company, you know.
Gee, Juniper, you mean caffeine castles in like a country store?
Let's buy them out.
Yeah, you already did. That's why I was very rich.
What do you know?
Get back to the nieces. You were looking for the nieces, right?
Ah, yes. Mr. Cannon felt so sorry that his brother and wife divorced and separated the girls that he left him all his money.
Right then I spotted a real motive for murder. None of this Juan Valdez stuff or trying to steal a recipe, but something real important. Something like money and lots of it.
So, Bonbon and I had an uncle?
Yeah, Bonbon, is that
No, it's me, Coco. Bonbon's over there.
you? Cordelia, how can I ever thank you? You did what my lawyers couldn't. You found my beneficiaries.
Stop this right now. I want you to get out of here. Both of you.
Bonbon, it's not very hospitable.
Get out!
Take it easy, sister. You alright, Madame Rustico?
What happened?
A spirit must have took you over.
Yeah, somebody really rich.
Oh, my dear, you truly have a gift. It was as if Mr. Cannon himself were alive and in this room with us right now.
Who is that?
Oh, why, he's a billionaire and the uncle of the Purvis twins. He left them all his money.
It's a lie.
Bonbon, we got it from the horse's mouth.
There's just one test that has to be made.
Oh. I used to hate tests when I was in school, especially pop quizzes. That's because I never did my homework. So my stomach did a flip-flop when she used the T word.
What kind of test?
Why, I saw the girls when they were just a few weeks old, so I know them anywhere.
That is ridiculous.
I just have to look at their right shoulder.
I told you once to get out, and now I mean it. Get out! All of you! I'll wait for the police myself. Go on and get!
Put that thing down, Bonbon.
Lady, this ain't no time to go pointing the shotgun.
But that thing's 100 years old.
I bet they don't even make bullets for it anymore.
She must be guilty.
Why'd you do it, Bonbon?
Well, this calls for a tissue. Anybody have a tissue?
Well, I'm afraid we got our killer. Fortune or no fortune.
Thank you. Bonbon, why'd you do it?
No answer, huh? Well, she'll tell it to the judge. Go ahead, Frenchie. Lock her up in the cooler.
Is it cooler?
The back room. Go on and get.
Vinny said he was on a job for a woman.
So what was the job, Yolanda?
I don't know, but it led him here.
Mr. Noir, I have...
Not now, baby.
If he wanted the nieces, he found the job finished, right?
Unless he found something fishy.
Yeah, something real fishy.
Like what?
Like something he could blackmail someone about.
Mr. Noir.
Not now, sister. Go talk to some spirits or something. So, who was Vinny blackmailing?
Oh, I wouldn't know, but Miss Bennett, you look very tired. Perhaps you'd like our specialty?
Why isn't that kind of you?
Mr. Noir, I have...
Yeah. Then I decided it was all academic. For those of you who ain't scholars, that means it didn't matter. Because I got the killer. She was cooling her heels in the cooler. The DA could sort out all the sordid details. It was time to go home. Say, not bad. Just an hour and a half of me being here and the whole thing solved, just like you wanted, right, Coco?
But my sister Bonbon, a murderer.
Look, Vinny probably wanted to cut himself in for a piece of the fortune. That's how Vinny was, always thinking of me.
How do you figure?
I've got what you might call an expensive taste. And then there was this little diamond ring.
Hey, what are you doing? Knock it off.
Henry!
She told us to.
It is for the best.
Oh, I'll get you for this, Frenchie. You'll end up on the guillotine. Why, Selma, why?
Because you're not listening to me, Nick.
There we go, one death by chocolate.
Now I have your complete attention.
I guess that's what I get for treating Selma like a doormat. I should have listened. I should have heard what she had to say. But I was too busy flapping my own yap, and I end up like this. She's a good kid, you know? She's got a good head on her shoulders. And just between us, I think she likes me. When this is all over, I might give Selma a ring. I mean a ring on the telephone. Ring. Ring. Ring.
It's to die for, dear.
Why, it looks like I'll be wearing this for the rest of my life.
Nick, this is what I was trying to show you. J.J. Cannon's obituary, and in it is a picture of him with his family, his friends, and his staff in happier times.
Look who's in the picture.
Cordelia Bennett? It won't hurt you, dear. But it's not the lady with the walker, it's...
Stop! Don't drink that. It's full of poison.
Well, Mr. Gore, where would I get any poison from? I made a drink in front of all of you.
Your ring. The top can open and it's full of poison. You just sprinkle it on top.
Well, of all the nerve.
You're not going anywhere, sister. But what I want to know is why? Why did you bump Vinny off?
'Cause she's not my real sister.
Oh, brother. Now I was really confused.
What do you mean? You're...
Bobbie Sue Cash?
That's just my stage name. My real name is Coco.
You're the real Coco Purvis?
No, she's not. I'm the real Coco Purvis, and I want my share of Uncle JJ's fortune.
Untie me. Untie me.
Yeah, sure, Nick. I mean, I hope you don't fire me, but I had to do something to get your attention.
It's all right, Selma. I forgive you.
Wait, I thought she was Madame Rustico.
Meet my secretary. Undercover secretary.
Oh, Nick, that sounds so professional!
Look, who's the real Coco Purvis?
We.
You said there was a test, right?
Oh, no. Back to the test again.
Cordelia Bennett knows what to look for, right?
I certainly do. We were born with a birthmark on our right shoulder shaped like a coffee bean. Here, take a look.
Coco?
See, I'm really your sister.
Let's see Bonbon's birthmark.
I refuse to bear anything in front of you men. Miss Lamb, you may take a look.
You check it out too, Selma.
Yep, checks out. Same birthmark.
What? That can't be, 'cause I've got one too.
This gets us right back where we started. What's going on?
Just a second. Just a second.
You can't wipe off a birthmark, even with a cleanser.
Not if it's real. And yours is real.
I could have told you that.
And yours is real too.
That can mean only one thing. I knew I had them. They were eaten out of the palm of my hand. It was all tied up in a neat little package. These gals aren't twins. They're triplets.
Nick!
Back?
They're not triplets.
No, Nick, that's the real Cordelia Bennett. You want to see her birthmark disappear?
Oh, don't bother. Yeah, I'm Cordelia. And yeah, I worked for that bum, J.J. Cannon, for 12 years. And then he cut me out of his will and left everything to you two. J.J. Cannon's executor didn't want any part of finding you two because the money would be in his hands. So I hired Vinny to find you. Bonbon was easy. But then he said Coco disappeared sometime when she was like 10.
I didn't disappear. I fell into the Dumbo ride at Disney World and had amnesia for 30 years. I lived a whole nother life. And then last year, I was at Disney World again, and you wouldn't believe it. I fell out of the Dumbo ride again, and my memory came back. And that's when I started searching for you, Bonbon.
They say twins know one another. And that day when you came in looking for a job, I somehow must have known. But I wasn't quite sure. I didn't know which one of you was actually my sister. You know now.
And now, that that is settled, you can come home with me. Once a week.
Home? You? What are you talking about?
During those 50 years, you did not know who you were? I knew. You were Madeline LePew, my wife. And now we must return to the Rubera for our children. All 5 of them need you.
5? As in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
You were riding into Noir with Yvette and Pierre when you suddenly fell out. C'est dommage. I have been following you ever since, hoping this day would finally come.
From the look on Bobbie Sue's face, I could tell she just wanted to hop on the first bus to Nashville.
You know what, Francois? Why don't we discuss this over a death by chocolate?
Okay, Bobbie Sue, we know all about your love life now. But what I want to know, sister, is why did you bump Vinny off?
He wanted half of the fortune. I wasn't going to share a cent of that old coot's money, not a cent.
And you killed Georgia because she found the newspaper clipping.
She wanted an exclusive story. She was going to write it all up and then turn me in for fraud. But what she didn't realize is all of those years working for J.J. Cannon had made me tough, real tough.
But not tougher than Nick Noir.
How come you, hired a detective to find out what you were doing?
You've got to be kidding me. I hired the dumbest, worst detective I could find just to make it look legit. Go figure. Beginner's luck.
At that moment, we heard the cops coming. Playoffs must have been over. I fleetingly wondered who won, but it didn't matter, because I won. Nick Noir, ace private eye.
Congratulations, Nick.
Thanks, Selma. I couldn't.
What couldn't you?
I couldn't have done without you.
Oh, Nick, you say the sweetest things.
You know, Selma's a real peach. We got a bundle for solving the case and a lifetime of free refills of precious perks. And one of these days soon, over a death by chocolate, I might give Selma a ring. And I don't mean over the telephone.